Okay. 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 Are we already live? Is it actually working? I can't believe that it is actually working. It looks like the video is good. It looks like the audio is good. Epic. Alright, so after the major fail of yesterday's stream, I tried to set up everything as perfect as possible. I even tested it yesterday afternoon and everything seemed to be fine, but when I finally pressed go live, I don't know, YouTube gave a lot of errors and everything seemed to, I don't know, explode or something. It was actually really weird. And the video is 100. Nice. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh. So I think I said something like this yesterday, but of course the stream was, in shambles. But I switched from Streamlabs OBS to OBS Studio because I got word that Streamlabs was doing some shady things like copying code and doing stuff like that. So I as a dev, I'd rather not use it, but apparently the original OBS Studio doesn't really work for me, and this works perfectly, which kind of sucks, I guess. Let me close my double window over there. All right, let's do some working on the game. Finally, I'm glad that everything is working and that I am, that you can hear me. All right. Let me switch to the other view. There we are. So, yesterday, it's Tuesday today. So, I went on a little holiday last week and got back Sunday. And yesterday I was full of new ideas, full of new inspiration and new will to work on Wrenched again. And I thought, I need to get over my fear of streaming, of doing live streams, because, I don't know, it sort of freaks me out. It still does. Perhaps if I do more of them, I will relax and get better. We'll see. We'll see about that. I'll do more of these, casual dev streams. Just me working on the game. You guys hanging out, asking questions, because I see that there's a chat here and I see there's a question. Of course, drop in all your questions. I will look at the chat every once in a while and go through the questions and answer those while working on the game. So because the technical issues that we had yesterday, I didn't work on the game. I actually reinstalled everything and tried to set up a new stream with Streamlabs again, because, like I said, I deleted that. Didn't get to work on the game, but this evening I opened up the game and I remembered what I was working on. And I was working on improving the combat. So let's have a look. And if the audio of the game is a little bit loud, please let me know. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right. Hey, oh, my mouse is gone. Where's my mouse? There we are. So, what you actually see right here is something that I also haven't talked about on the channel yet. I call this the gauntlet. I really wanted a way to sort of extend the gameplay as well as make something for myself to practice in and test out new enemies. So it's basically just a wave by wave system. So wave 1 is complete, and then you go to wave 2, then you get different enemies. Oh wait, I have some errors already. If 2 of the same. Oh, I don't think that's a problem. So yeah, so in the gauntlet I can test out things and I can sort of fight enemies all of the time. Let me see what the chat is saying. You're also working on your own project. That is cool. What do I think of Unreal Engine? I never actually really used Unreal Engine. I think if you want to make like a super gorgeous looking AAA game or something like that, I would choose Unreal, I guess. I can't really say anything about it. I know that it works with blueprints, so it's not really coding, I believe. And I'm really used to working in C#, which Unity uses. So I don't know. I'm not really opposed to it, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really don't really have any experience using Unreal. So why? Oh wait, I think perhaps pause menu is inactive. Why? I just tested it, and you will always see that now it doesn't work anymore. It seems that the game starts in pause menu. Like I said, I just opened the game, and it seems to be sort of in the pause menu in the gauntlet. It starts over there. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. So you can go around and kill people. Oh, for the... Actually, my own audio is pretty loud. Let me turn it down so I can hear my own voice. If it's too soft or anything, just let me know. Alright, so for the people following the channel, which I guess all of you are, otherwise you might not be here, I worked on the combat system a little bit before I went on a holiday and actually improved the animations. So let me start off real quick so we don't have any enemies. So I made new animations. They are a bit snappier. I had added some new effects, and now instead of like first she did the one hit, second hit, and then she did like a twirl, I changed it to a stab because I think I'm going to add like light and heavy attacks as well. So these would be fast attacks, and I really liked the idea of her sort of fencing a bit more, I guess. So I changed that. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. And it actually, for the rest, still... Oh, now the text is showing up, which is weird. Alright, but I have two of the same GUI IDs. So I also changed that when you attack while you're holding the directional stick, you actually move towards that side, and if you, like now I'm just pressing the attack button and she just does a static attack. Alright. Let me see real quick until what wave I can make it. You know, that's sort of a fun thing that I wanted to add. And it's not done yet because it doesn't contain the boss, and it's rather static as of this time, but oh, and I also fixed a ton of bugs since the alpha. Like, for instance, the fact that the burst ball was actually always supposed to be invulnerable in its ball state, but it never was, which was a bug actually. Ooh. Ah! Which wave was that? Wave 8? That's not my best score. Alright, let me check at the chat. Oh, I didn't know Unreal. Oh, Unreal C++. Well, but that's, I guess, a whole nother beast than C#. Yeah. If I ever seen Danny, yeah, he's the guy that makes all the milk-related games, right? That's him, right? I like his videos. All right, but I didn't want to show this side of the combat because I actually started something before I went on a holiday and I never finished it, and I thought, well, let's work on that tonight. And as I said, I was extending combat, so first I have like the light attacks and I wanted to do heavy attacks, but I also wanted to add in, I don't know, something special, something to sort of play to the strength of the game, because the idea, I guess, is a bullet hell game mixed with a platformer game, which for me really plays on that edge of all your enemies have ranged weapons and they sort of want to stay at a tug of war between your enemies and you yourself. I thought it would be really cool to add a grapple hook, and now it is working a little shady at this moment, so that's what we need to fix. So when you press the Y button, you can actually grapple an enemy and pull it towards you, and if you shoot your grapple at something you can destroy, then it busts like a crate. So when you have some distance, you can whoop, pull your enemy close, and it is actually really precise right now. And whenever you grapple something, it shortly deactivates. And as you can see, there are some bugs with it because I just started it. So I'm really curious to see if I can make this something into something cool, actually. I have gotten quite used to, I'm almost dead, quite used to using it because it is actually rather fun to use. And I'm thinking this would be an upgrade, like you craft a part for it. See, and that is something that is bugging me. It is actually really precise. So let me not pause the game because then I guess you cannot see. Let me pause the gameplay though. So basically what it is doing, whenever you press the Y button, it shoots a ray from Carly towards wherever she's looking. And if there is something that is grabbable, I made an interface, so all the enemies have a component which says that they are grabbable. And if the ray hits something that is grabbable, it sort of shoots out the grapple and pulls it towards her. So what actually happens is that when you grapple something, the thing that you grapple is being parented to like the ball that there's now. That's why the enemies shift a bit and gets unparented as soon as the grapple hook is reeled in. So, but there are a couple of things that I need to fix on this. So one thing is that you can now hold down the Y button and it will just infinitely shoot out. But that is not something that I want, because I of course want you to like press the button and not be able to hold it, because then you get really weird things. So that is the first thing that we're going to fix, and I actually already know how I'm going to fix that, or at least try fixing that. Let me open Visual Studio Code. Let me check out the chat in the meanwhile. Big Vars, yeah. Oh yeah, so someone asked about the live stream yesterday. If you missed the beginning, I switched streaming software and everything got messed up. I thought I had it all A-okay figured out, but everything went wrong. And so today I switched to different streaming software and tried to do it again. Ooh, Joey is saying maybe I can make the grapple pull her towards walls. Oof. That would be interesting. Oof, that would be really interesting. All right, so I am here in my giant player controller, because she does so much more than a player controller, but it is not more than, oh, you can see because of my face, it's not more than 925 lines, so I should be all right. Okay, so yes, this one is what I need. I will just copy this. So I actually made this player controller with the help of iHeartGameDev. It was an awesome tutorial, really liked it. Can highly recommend it if you're making Unity stuff. Check out his stuff, it's amazing. All right, let me see. Where is it? Oh, here comes it. So basically what we need to have is I will do private first. I cannot for the love of me type the word private. Oh, if my typing is really annoying, I can see if I can mute during the time. I have an awesome mechanical keyboard, and I love the way it feels when I type it, but I do hear also when I'm working, people sort of say that it's really loud. I will try and type quietly. I'll type quietly. We'll call this one require new grapple press. We'll return it as such. So what we'll do is, as soon as you press on attack press, dash pressed, where's grapple? On grapple pressed. If not, the menu is open. So as soon as you press the button, no, you are required to press again. Require new jump press. Why is it? Oh, this one is actually flipped around, I see. I could set it to true, but I actually want to do it differently than I did it with the jump, because I think it's better to say that if we do require a new grapple press, we just return from here. So when this boolean is set, we don't get called into this function, and we kind of call it, and then So as soon as we grapple, this one is set to true, and then we need to say in the grapple state, as soon as we exit the grapple state, we say require new grapple press equals false. If I'm correct. Oh, someone's saying it's some good ASMR actually. All right. I honestly, myself, I don't hear the sound again. I have like a little bit about my personal life. People don't know I have 3 kids, rather small kids. My oldest is 9. They're sleeping 1 floor below, and sometimes when I'm working at night, they're like, "Dad, you're typing too loud," and I'm like, I don't even hear it myself. All right, let's see if this actually works. No, it actually does not work. Why does it not work? Did I type it correctly? So when this state gets exit, I set it to false. Oh wait, didn't I save these? No, I didn't save this one. That's weird. Would that be it? Do 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 do. Boo do do do. Oh. So that actually didn't work, but why did it not work? Require new grapple press. If that is true, then we return. And if it is false, then we read the menu. So, oh wait, it is actually always is grapple pressed. Oh yeah, so what happens here, this actually doesn't work because is grapple pressed is never set to false again because it returns. That sucks. What I can also do, alright, so I have to do it as I did it. Yeah, so then this indeed needs to be false, and then here this needs to be true. And then I need to do it just as I did it with the jumping. That's a bit more work. That's why I wanted to do it that way. Because now I have to, okay, so from walking, I can grapple. And you don't require a new grapple press. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame that I have to do it like this. Because now I have to check out from which stage you can grapple again. It might be a bit messy falling. You can grapple. And from idle, you can grapple. Alright. Let's hope this works. Oh, you can't see the code? Oh no, not where I'm typing. Whoop! I can actually switch to this one. That is a better idea. Alright. Now I'm covering the inspector. I'm always covering something with my face, I guess. Hey! And it works. I'm holding the button right now. Where's my camera? There's my camera. I'm holding the button right now, and I actually have to release the button before it grapples again. Nice! So that is one thing fixed. Does it still grapple? Yes, it does. Alright, so that is another thing. It actually grapples the debris as well, I think, or not? does it just look like that? Perhaps she should say something like, "Get over here. Come here." Okay, so that is one thing fixed. I actually thought about adding some animations, but what we can do, I have the blender opening right here. So this is like the quick stab that she does at the end of the attack, but it also looks like she's sort of doing like a grapple thing. So what I think I'll do is I'll start that animation while she's at it. That is attack 3. Let's just see how that looks, I guess. Yeah, so here I say that she is idling, but she shouldn't. She should actually do the attack. Let's see how that looks. That went rather quick, but you know, we'll see. See what happens. She should at least do it once. Yeah, so it's not. We'll make an animation for that, of course, but now she at least does something. Ooh. There's also this weird thing because you can actually grapple while you're in the air. I have to see what I'm gonna do about that, because that complicates things a bit. And it looked like she could hit bullets or something like that. But I'm not really sure. Let's see if someone hits me. No. No, it looks like I go through the bullets. Perhaps I can kind of hit like the debris? Oh yeah. Yeah, so that is... I should have been able to pull that enemy through the debris. Let me see. So the way I've set it up, I talked about this like ages ago. I have like this destructibles system, and I only used to use it for things like this crate, for instance, that is over here. So this crate is a destructible, and as soon as you hit it, there are all sorts of... Let me swap over to the other side. There are all sorts of settings that you have. So this crate is a destructible, and it has a ton of settings, like sounds. It actually can bounce, it can flash white on hit, and it has a destroyed model. So as soon as it is destroyed, it will spawn in this model, and this particular model is of just some boards stacked together. Each of these boards are a rigid body, for those of you familiar with Unity, and it like applies some force to those planks, and that is why you destroy the crate. It spawns in this model, applies the force, and it explodes all over the place. I only used to use this for like objects and things like that. Like the grass is also destructible and all those kinds of things. And I had sort of special separate logic for my enemies. And at some point I decided it's just way easier to strip all of that out of the enemies and just make the enemies destructible as well, because they have like everything I need for it to work. But if I check out destructibles for the... And they also have like a different material on it. So this is like the money turret. It sounds like a money turret, but it's like a monitor it. It's a pun, I don't know. Let me check out So it is actually a no collision. And it ignores hits. That is weird. But it was a boombox destructible. Are these also no collision? They are also no collision. That is weird. So in this menu you can check out all your collisions, and I believe the no collision, oh, it only has no collision with the player. Oh, right, so the player can walk right through it. I could say that it ignores raycasts. Oh, wait, does that work like that? The ignore raycast layer does have... I also want this to ignore. So this is where it gets really complicated, because let me tell you why. Yeah, so the grapple hook is something separate. So it does a raycast, and it does not have a layer mask. Oh. Is someone in the chat really familiar with layer masks? Because you have to do like bit shifting, like something like this, because then it skips that layer. Because I wanted to skip. Let me open a new tab. No, open a new window. No, new tab is okay. Oh, let me check it out. Layer mask. Layer masks, it's so complicated. Like, you can make a public layer cast setting on the inspector. Oh, can you? So like this is layer 10, and I want to ignore layer 10. That's basically what I'm saying. I want to ignore layer 10. So this raycast has to ignore layer 10. Is that what the layer mask created from the layer names? Layer names? Get mask. No, I don't need to get mask. Sorry, I'm looking in the... Like, half of me coding is looking looking up stuff. Yeah, right, like this, right? That will cause layer 9 to be masked, selected to be hit. So you say the layer is 9, and then you bit shift 1 to the layer? Like, why? If you want the mask more layer, you add the bit shifted result. Like, is a layer not a mask? Right, raycast takes a layer mask. Yes, all right. Means take one and rotate it left by layer bit positions. But that would cause a selected to be hit by the raycast. But I want everything except a layer. How would you do that then? Or is that just the... For example, I want to ignore layer 3. It looks like this. Alright. Let's try that out. I could just do 1. Layer 3. 1. Mask. 10? Then? Is that how it works? Mask out layer 10. No collisions. Is this how it works? I have no idea. It's like the race gets checking. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, can make it a serialized field. Oh, like that, like a layer mask. But how? But I always get confused in how if the layer mask would suggest that it's something you ignore. See, now it doesn't take this one anymore. But if I say this box is killable, no, it's on the no collision. So now it only hits things on the no collision. See, right? This is where I get super confused. So would it just be 10 then? How do I ignore one layer? If I want to ignore, what does the tilde thing mean? What does that mean? Yes, it's completely expected. Nothing flipped about it. The layer mask is a bit mask of layers you want the raycast to hit. It will only hit layers in the mask, alright? If you want to hit all layers except 3, what you have written there makes sense, alright? So should I make it tilde then? What does that... See, at this point, these are things... Oh, wait. No, wait, no, it's missing one. At this point, I'm like, I don't know. Hello there, Lucas. Is my mic low? I'm not sure. Perhaps I'm just mumbling at this point instead of talking clearly. So now... Is it working now? Alright, so that is working. Let me see if I can... Yeah, so actually... Alright, so this... Invert the bit mask. Alright. Thanks. Okay, so in this case, this inverts the bit mask. Alright, it's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know. Okay, I actually have a lot of old code because I used to do it differently. Okay. All right. Should be at a point where we at least fixed some things. So this can be set back to killable. Not really sure if killable was even something that I am still using. Not really sure. Oh, let me check out. All right, so that's still working. Still grapples the wall. Oh, so that is also a thing. If I'm really close. Get back here. It would make sense for the ball when it gets grappled to sort of stay in its vulnerable state. But because what it does right now is as soon as you grapple an enemy, it gets deactivated. And as soon as it's released, it activates again. So really quickly the ball sort of deactivates and then it activates again and then it starts rolling again because the burst ball always wants to be away from the player. Like the boom bot doesn't really care. Yeah, so now I'm missing it because I'm... Oh wait, I shouldn't pause it like this because... Oh no! I pressed the play button instead of the pause button. Anyway, I was missing it because the collider was just off. That is something I would like to fix. See, there it was again. You need to be really accurate, but I'm actually not sure yet if I do find that a problem, because it is a strong tool, I guess. Ooh. Actually, when you do the stabby attack, you get invincible for just a sliver of a second, which I really like. Not that it is helping me. Oh no! Hey, why are the bullets going through the wall? Are the other bullets going through the wall? Okay. Ooh. If I know, you can actually not yet grapple the flying enemies, but I think you mean like the ones holding the lasers. I think I want them to get destroyed. So I can actually show that. That should be pretty easily doable. Famous last words. Because... oh, come on, Unity. Unity is being slow. Alright. Why are my lights off? So they are in a hidden layer. Let's take these moving lasers. So if I take these laser flies, they are destructible, and I have this nice check mark, can be destroyed with grapple. And basically, at this point, I should be able to destroy so the pause menu is open again. That is a really strange bug. Let me... why am I... sorry, I'm so used to playing it right now. Let me do it differently really quickly, because I could just... I'm in editor right now. I don't have to... let me see if... no. So when I skip... there's something over there. It doesn't really matter. So now the things are opened. I can actually use my level tools and spawn Carly anywhere I like. So now, yeah, these things will be really difficult to grapple, but when I grapple them, they are destroyed indeed. Boom. And so this is actually a really nice use case, because I figured what would happen if I pull an enemy off a platform. And it actually cannot be done because it stays in its own... it stays in its own nav mesh. So it is actually high, quite high. It's really hard to hit them. It does work though. Work. Oh. Boom. Well, funny. Oh, that's also a thing. What happens with my grapple hook when I die? Those are the kind of things that you don't necessarily test. So what happens if I'm mid-grapple and I die? No. Here. Ah! Too late. So, I still need to work on the difficulty settings, but I added them anyway. And when you set it to impossible, you don't get like invulnerable. Oh, I was too late again. How is that even possible? I really need to time it a bit better. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to grapple. It actually disappeared, I think. Did it? Oh well. Let's not dwell on that. Difficulty. Let's put it back to normal. So, yeah. You cannot grapple the lasers, because I also think that would work really weirdly. Because how would you... Like, what would happen with the lasers? But I like the fact that you can punch them out of the sky. Perhaps I could make an achievement for that. Wow, that's a lot of foot clatter. Ah! Back to the grapple hook. Let me check out the gauntlet scene again. Do I want to save? Did I change anything? No. Only changed the prefab. Alright. Let's spice this thing up a bit. So of course now it is... So the way I made it actually, yeah, so Sky's saying about the auto aim, I do think that it would need something like that as well. But that is just not the way I made it work right now. I was also thinking about how I would actually do that. Do you have like a cone cast or something like that? Let me Google that really quickly. Because the problem would be... So I made it. Someone made it. So there is not a cone cast. Because a problem would be, of course, is how do you check whether or not something is in range of the grappling hook, because you could do, because you don't know where the thing is that you're going to hit, right? So the way it works now is it just shoots a ray forward. You could actually shoot like 3 rays. I could do that. Would that be a dirty solution? Like shooting 3 rays? Like one off to the side, one over there, but what if they both hit something? Perhaps I could do like pop, 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 and if it hits one, it takes that one. I could try and implement that. Should we do that? I thought actually making like a model for it, but perhaps this is nicer. So you want to angle it a bit, like give it a bit of a... So first try the center one, then try one to the left and one to the right. Should we try that? because you don't want to do sphere casts. You actually would like to do like a sphere cast around an area to see if there's anything you can grapple. Oh, our boy Roy is also in the chat. Where the XYZ different between the enemy and the player. But how would you know where the enemy is? That is, of course, I guess, the problem. Oh. Yeah, I can grapple targets of a specific mark. So this is the thing, right? You could actually let me open up Photoshop and let me do some drawing, or I could perhaps open up Paint, which would open up faster. Because that's the thing that I'm thinking about. How are you going to know where the enemies or things that can be grappled are? Right? So right now it just casts a ray, it casts it forward from so its own position, because the grapple hook, like the grapple hook is its own entity, but it spawns in front of Carly at a set point, her attack point, and then so from that position forward it shoots out a ray, and when it hits something actually that's what it is. When it hits something, it checks for the iGrabbable component, which is something that every enemy has, and if that is not null, then the object can be grabbed. So you guys are saying some stuff which will help me, like, is there no way to list all enemies? Find the enemies closest? Yes, I do have a list of enemies. But it's not just enemies, right? It's also like the crates. So if you're looking at a crate, then it actually shoots the grapple. Because I personally, I don't necessarily dislike the way that this is working, that you have to look where you want to grapple, but it's, say, if I look like this, now it misses the box. I would say, all right, it can be a little bit more lenient and it can hit the box, right? So I think that is the problem that I want to solve, not necessarily, see, because if there's nothing, it just dots like this, but if there's something that you can grapple, it also extends the range. And I actually do like that. It's just that it needs to be a bit more lenient. And the problem I think I'm facing, let me see if I can scribble it down for you all. So let's say, and I'm drawing with my mouse. It's like, I have a tablet, but it stopped working, like whatever. And say I have an enemy here. It's a really nice enemy. It's a boombox. Carly is over here. And like, there is no way for me to know if I now shoot a ray to here. It says like I'm missing. Aiming with a keyboard. I will try aiming with the keyboard next. See how that's going. So, but to reiterate my problem, is like, if I shoot a ray here, it misses, but I have no knowing where this enemy is. I could, of course, find the nearest enemy, And the problem is if there's one right here. So Roy is saying do like a nearest check, but say I'm facing with Carly this way. These are all the nice problems from game dev. Say I'm facing this way and I do sort of a check who's in range, then this would be the closest. Then my grapple would go over there if it goes to the closest. That would be really weird. So I'm looking in this position. So what I'm thinking right now, and I'm just going to ignore what everyone's saying, and I'm just going to try that. If I am facing, say, slightly... No, let me do it differently. Let me delete Carly right here real quick. Let's make a new Carly. She has her glasses on. Let's say I cast array like this, and then cast array like this, and then cast array like this. So just cast 3 rays. Then even if I miss slightly, the second ray will hit. And so only when I'm like... How do you shift that thing again? Only when I'm like really missing the mark, like clearly, and I can of course like adjust this spread sort of, then will I be missing the bot. But even if I'm like close right now and I'm like this or I'm like this, it will hit the bot and pull it towards Carly. You can shoot a sphere instead of a ray. Can you like shoot a sphere? Like that it moves? Can you shoot a sphere? I thought a spherecast... do a spherecast, but you can only like cast a sphere at some specific point, right? And that is a problem because I do not know where to cast that sphere, because in that case I can say, all right, say Carly is here and the boom bot is here, and I have a set sphere cast on a range of 10, and that range is over here. So the sphere cast is over here. Then it says, oh, you cannot grapple it because there's nothing in it, but there is definitely something in the way of my grapple. But perhaps I am using spherecast. Perhaps, when I'm talking like this you cannot hear me, but perhaps there is something about the spherecast that I am missing. Vector direction. Oh. It does actually. The radius of the sphere, this direction to sweep the sphere. Oh no, that's Neil says that's overlap sphere. You are completely right. And the overlap sphere, why I'm thinking that is because that is what I'm using for my attack. All right. Let's go. All right. So we'll do a sphere cast. What does it take? It takes a radius first. Let's set that to 2 right now. All right. Direction. Recast Indo. Max distance and layer mask. Would this already work? If hit, does it return the exact? It does return a raycast hit, right? Oh, it's a raycast hit. Oh. Thanks, Evie. Good luck studying. Wait, how can we test this? How can we test this? And a range of 2, is that too small? Perhaps that is too small. Wait, I need to test it, of course, just on on the regular box because that is staying still. Actually forgot what the grapple key was. Okay, but that would have hit like regardless because I was actually... Wow. My aim is too good. I could... Perhaps to test it out, I should make this like a ridiculous number. Oh, 52. No, not 52. That is a ridiculous number. But to sort of test it out. Spherecast. I was really thinking about overlap sphere. I'm actually not sure if I made it snapping towards the thing. This would have normally missed, I guess. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Perhaps 5 is even. That definitely... Why am I dying? Let's see if I can... Yeah, that one was definitely a miss. And it did grapple. Interesting. So perhaps 5 is... 3 is a pretty big range, I know, in the skill that I'm working on, but perhaps 5 is what it needs to be. Okay, but now it sticks to the side. Ah, thank you guys. I think this works a lot better. So the end position is actually the hit point, but I would like that actually to be the center of this thing. Let's see if that's better. So basically, this is just a Boolean that makes it move, but it moves to this end position, and this end position is now the exact position of the hit. But it perhaps might be better to do like this. What is expecting? Oh. Yeah, now it actually snaps to the middle. Let's see how that would look weird, I guess. So I'm also not really sure about what like the art would be of the thing. If it would be like sort of a... What's the guy from Spider-Man called? Dr. Octavius. Like he has like these sort of star-shaped feet, which is like grapple like that. Or if it's some sort of a force field. Not really sure right now. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now it snaps to, of course, the 0 position of the thing. It does actually look better. Oh, but that's weird for, like... It does snap still to bullets. That's annoying. Because the bullets cannot have no collision. I need to figure a way out. Okay, so it's weird that it snaps to like the center of the... Let me check it out. Because of course like their 0 position is at their feet. the grappling does feel a lot better. But I do want it on the... So this is something that I have to fix because this is weird. But it does show... Oh, it cannot be grappled, of course, when it's rolling. Oh, that's actually unintended, but likable behavior. So let's see what it looks like when it's... So because it is their 0-0 position, we can make it new vec. I'm also really dyslexic, so that's always really nice. We need the X, we need my own Y, and we need the Z. Right? Oh. Yes. So now it should be sort of the height of the grappling hook and at the center of the object that you're grappling. Let's see how that works out. Oh, okay, don't know. Yeah, so that's not what I meant. Wait, why? Why is... Wait a second. Okay, that's not good. What did I do wrong? It's XYZ, right? XYZ. The end position. Hit. Transform position. Oh! The X? No. The Z. Did some of you see that? No, don't see any comments. Shh. It's okay. Oh wait, I'm on the left again, so you couldn't have seen it. Ah, so stupid. It's always different when you're writing the code yourself. I used to call myself the human debugger, because when I was looking over people's shoulder, coding with them, I could spot those things like easily, but not at this point. Welcome, Abdo. What are we doing here? We're making a grapple hook. Grapple hook or grappling hook? Is it a grappling hook or a grapple hook? To reel in enemies to kill them. Alright, so it does actually work right now. So it snaps to the center of the object that you're trying to grapple. Hey. Yeah, so that's something that I might want to... So it snaps to the center. Ah! Get over here. But the problem is now that say you have a grapple hook. Say you have a grapple hook and it has like the Doc Ock closing thing, like, but it's at the center of the enemy. It looks really weird. It will look really weird. Will it not? Because it will stay at the center of the enemy. I would actually like it. Unless it is really huge. You know what? Let's just make a Doc Ock thing real quick so we can put it in the game. I don't want to do I want to do that in my Carly file? Her weapons are in here as well. Her wrench sword is. So yeah, perhaps I want to do that in here. Alright. Gonna do some art again, just like in my first live stream. If y'all remember that. I don't know. Are there people here who were in the first live stream? Oh, I was so nervous for that one. I'm also still nervous for this one. Grapple. Hook. Let's go out of animating. So, let's make something really quickly. Yes, Austin, the duck was my very first live stream ever. And this is actually my second live stream ever. Wow. Let's just make something that's just like three points open and looking sweet. I think I actually just realized it's been a long time since I used Blender. A really long time, actually. Oof. Let's put that one down a bit. All right. Is it in the thing? All right. Let's call it the base. Yeah, we're just gonna do something real quick. Let's make. No, I actually want it at the center, because then if I decide I want to animate something in. Oh, wow! I always have to press all the buttons, not just one button, but all the buttons. It's just a quick thing, guys. Let's rotate it up though a bit to make it look a bit nicer, like something like that. I guess so. Let's duplicate it and rotate it. Whoa, not like that. Actually, also not like this. How many? How many degrees? Oh, it's 33 degrees. Should I do like that? Oh. 33? No. Oh, no, that's in radians. What? How much is it? It's not 45. 270? On the Z, please? Why not? No. Oh, should have paid more attention at maths. What is it? 129? Why is it 129? It's not supposed to be 129. 180. I always forget. It doesn't really matter. I'll just do it by feel then. And minus 230. Oh, 240. Oh, minus 240. Oh. It's 60. Is it 60? No, see, that's weird, because this one, I don't know, what was it? Minus 118. Alright, so something looking a bit like this. Let's just use this real quick 0, 60, 120. Is this one? This one is at 0. This one is. Yeah, right. It's degrees, but this is not degrees, is it? Oh, it's Euler's. Why is it Euler's? You can change that, right? That is why I was messing up. Oh, it's right here. Quaternion or axis angle? No. Euler? No. Quaternion? I don't. Quaternions are even worse. XYZ. No, so it's. No, but that Euler is like degrees, right? Now I'm getting confused. Doesn't really matter. Let's take this thing, export it. Let me switch to this one. Although, it doesn't really matter. But you can see my folders. My folders are nice. Oh, it's a double. 120. Oh, yeah, 120 to 40, 0. Yeah. Euler's correct. Yeah, that is angles. All right. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this inside of the player. I'm going to make a new folder for weapons. Now we'll move the model, grapple, hook. And I have a preset for this because it's a basic prop. All right. Let's switch this one back to Unity. All right. Now, when I go, oh no, I don't have to go into Carly. I have it's a separate thing. So basically, what happens is when you press the grapple key, it actually spawns one of these grappling hooks in front of her, and this grappling hook does everything itself. So it's basically an autonomous thing separate from Carly. So that's something that I would like to do with more things like her VFX, because now everything is crammed into my my player character controller, which is, I guess, a weird way to do it. So I really like this. It's a simple grapple hook and it does everything for me. All right. Weapons. So this thing is, of course, I guess, very big because I sadly didn't think about scale. Perhaps it is not too big. No, just be the other way around. Although the ball was actually pretty big already, right? So for things like this, I don't necessarily like scaling it in Unity because that gets all things messed up in all sorts of wrong ways. So if I want something like smaller, I will scale it in Blender and apply the transform if I can remember what. Yes. Control A, all transforms, and just export it again really quickly because it's still in here. I can do it just as fast as this, and now my model is smaller in here and my scale is still 1. And especially in these early phases, I just like doing it like that a lot better. It actually needs to be at the end of the claw though, because I now have this ball which can go, and I do have to say that this is my new claw because it is going to move this thing actually. And what you see right here is a simple line renderer. That's what I use for the cable. It just has 2 vertices, one at the start, one at the end. Really simple. Don't have to do weird things with scaling, just do it like that. It makes it much easier. So now it's actually turned backwards? That is really weird. That is pretty funny if you ask me. Oh, so that means... Oh, no windows. I would not like to open. So that means that the trail renderer... Huh. So it is actually that way. Is that also why the trail sometimes sticks behind? So where is the Z is in... Oh, see, it is in that direction. That is actually pretty good to know, because that would mean that this should be the way that it's oriented. Alright, I think it's still way too big. And it, of course, should close. It should be, I guess, well, I'm looking at it right now. It should actually be upside down. No. This one. No. Wait. Which one is it? Oh, why does it have like a weird... Is it not center anymore? No, it sort of is center. That's weird. Ah. It is centered, right? That's weird. Make it a bit smaller here. Perhaps even a bit thinner. Move it like this again. That's weird. Was it 0? This was also 0? No, this was at minus 90. No, 90. Let's move that to 0, 0. Weird. It seems to be at the center. Whoa. Sometimes I accidentally press my mouse sensitivity button. I could also make it like a spin. That would be cool, perhaps. Oh, did it do something weird? No. Well, it is working a ton better than when I started, so I'm actually really happy with that. The spherecast, that is amazing. That is exactly what I wanted and exactly what I needed. Basically, you don't miss. All right, I need to go check. Let me check if it's doable. Some noise to the line renderer. I see someone. Yeah, I guess that would be cool. I also thought about have it like zigzag a bit when it hits something that it can grapple, sort of to show that it sort of moves in a bit and then gets taut again. All sorts of things that I want to do. Play controls. Let's see if I shift. because why would grapple not be the shift key? Alright, switching to the keyboard. Wait a second. What's going on? Oh, but shift is also dash. Oh, the right shift is dash. Oh my god. I am terrible at a keyboard, but I only missed one grapple so far. So I'm guessing it should be doable. But it should definitely not be right shift. That is insane, because then you cannot jump. Although I am a noob playing with, not with WASD. I think it's fine, especially with the spherecast. Ah! Love it. I still really like the ragdoll. Where's my mouse again? Ah, I lost my mouse. Where is it? No, Unity, don't do this to me. Where's my mouse? It's at components. Ah, there it is. Why? So I think it's doable with a keyboard. It's not the easiest, I guess. But then again, the game is optimized for a gamepad. So it could. I do have some code to make a squiggly line. Let's say I do, it's in the laser, I guess. Moving laser. Oh, here, moving laser. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's in the moving laser folder, of course. So it is really, it is a lot of code, because this squiggles the line. It basically, and it does it every frame. I don't think it's like that heavy when you talk about optimization and things like that, but you do have to every frame like move the all the vertices of the line and redraw them. Yeah, basically every frame. It could do that while it's extending. Let's see if I can close these things off. So it could actually do that while so the way I did this, it's not the prettiest, I guess, but it works. So once you press grapple, it calls should grapple, and it checks if there's an object which can be grappled. Check if object can be grappled. Not the nicest name, but it does the trick. So that function does actually the spherecast, and if it hits an enemy with the spherecast, then it says, all right, so now I have an end position near that enemy, and then just in the update of the grapple hook, it starts moving the claw towards that end position, and then once it reaches that end position, it grapples that object, because I don't want that. You know, that needs to be variable, because the enemy can be, of course, at different distances. And so once it's over there, it grapples the object, and what that basically does is it parents the object to the the grappling hook, and then it starts moving back to its original position, and once it is at its original position, wow, it is done grappling. So what we could do is, while this is going on, so it's moving towards the end, here we could say wiggling the line. Here we could say tightening the line. Could do something like that. So once it's going over there, it's like, and then so the line goes, let me do it. The line goes like, and then it gets taut and pulls it back. Might look actually really cool. Milan says moving verts shouldn't be too taxing. No, I don't think so. Could be more optimized using a shader. Yeah, I actually had a shader in the beginning doing my moving laser lines, but that actually made it heavier because I did it with mesh deformation, but that's just because I guess that's the way I came up with doing it. So I needed a mesh with a lot of vertices and a lot of faces for my lines, which made it in the end really difficult to put them further apart, because that would basically mean that I had to stretch out that mesh and scale that mesh. So lines of different lengths started to look really different, and for a really short line I had like this super dense mesh just so it would wriggle. So in the end what I decided to do was do it like this with the lasers and the line and wiggling the line, and it actually adds more or less vertices depending on the length of the laser. That's what I wanted to say. All right. So this one is for the circular. It's actually this one, if it's not circular. So this one also does like a circular laser. So here it calculates the distance between the starting point of the laser and the ending point of the laser, and then it divides that by 3 and rounds it up, making sort of a variable length and number of vertices in the line. So if you have a really short line, you just have 2 vertices like moving about, but when you have a really long line, it adds more more vertices, and thus it looks better. Yeah, and so here basically, because this one doesn't move, so that is of course the difference between one of my moving lasers and the grappling hook that I want to make. So we do this like once at the start, so it sort of makes a number of vertices, and then every frame I loop through all of them and sort of take their position and add like a random offset that I do right here, and then I set the line's position again, so that way it wiggles like all over the place. But now, oh wait, I can still do that because I have the end position and the starting position, so I can actually do that. Shall I just try and do that? Shall I? Let's do it. Let's just copy some code. Check if the thing can be hit. So if the thing can be hit, let's make a function for it. No, let's just do it in here. Return true. So here we have a debug, what we're going to hit. This is really nasty. Perhaps I should make a function for it. Let's make a function for it. Let's make 2 functions. Private void. let's do it like this. Set line. Set line points, no. Because I want to make it like wiggling, then I want to make it not wiggle. So I want to make it wiggle. Make line wiggle. What do I want to do? No, let's not make it. I'll just paste it in the function here. Because then I can also do that where the object is grappled again. All right. Set the line points to wiggle. All right, that is really okay. Yeah, so it needs rand points, line points. It actually needs these. Why does this one have a list of points? Serialize field list of points. Oh, those are the starting point and the end point. I don't need those. Let me adjust this real quickly. Laser segments, all right. So 0.0. Oh yeah, because it's a line, it needs like the local position. So no, wait, what is points? Points is a list of transforms. Oh, wait, yeah. I made it so that it could be possible to have like three laser flies and have them in between them. Oh, yeah, right. So I actually need the distance between the transform dot position and local position. What's that thing? And between end point end position. Is that local or is that world space? Let's do hit.transform.local position. That's what I want, actually, because it doesn't really matter if it's towards the center, the 0 point or not. All right, now plus factor 3 of the distance. Yeah, but it's just. Oh wait, do I have the line in this thing? I have the cable. Perhaps I should use cable because that's better. So I would use cable.transform.local position. And I would use here again cable local position. And so the first point is at the cable local position because it's at its first position. And this one is at the end position again. And then this should be cable dot position count equals laser segments. And then, yes, we're getting somewhere. I can actually, as long as you're moving towards this, it would be so amazing if this would work first try. I have some doubts. Random points. Line points. Does line points get set? Yes. It would be amazing. Amazing if this would work first try. Let's see. All right, it's done compiling. Whoa. What the freak is going on here? You've seen it here first. What is happening here? think it wiggles. Yes, definitely. I think what's happening is that... Wait, don't press the pause button. Oh no. So what I think is happening here is that the vertices don't get reset. In between the... No, see? They like don't get reset, and that happens because every time I press the button, it should... Keep the code, it's a new boss attack, yes. It looks radical. So the vertices don't change again, which is weird, because set the line to wiggle. Oh wait, do I set the points? That is something that needs to be done. Oh right, like here. These are set active. No, I need to set the line points because that only happens now here in the random. So when I actually make the points, I also need to set the points. Right. I made vertical lightning, horizontal lightning. Yes, it was a beautiful accident. Let's see though. It would be really cool if I can finish this up before the stream ends. Come on, Unity. Oh, it's taking forever. All right. It's also really weird why it's... I'm pointing at my screen, but you cannot see me point at my screen. Why it's over there? Why is it connecting to over there? That's like really weird. So I think it has something to do with the... So the last and the first. Oh, wait a second. No, wait. Because every frame I am setting new points. That is, of course, not good. That's what's happening. Also, it actually says it right here. Also, update the line. So I move the points and I set the second point always to the start. But wait, does this work then? It actually sets a line. No, it needs to... No. Alright, I need to rethink this because this does not work at all. Because the fact that the line needs to spread out between those 2 points, and that's not what it's doing right now. So I would have to do that calculation like every frame. Wait, does that then matter? Can I not just do that? This is what it looks like. Me making my game. Welcome. No. Sometimes when I make stuff, it works right away. Yeah, so now it doesn't have that, so I will just set this to end position. And set the line points. This should actually... So what I'm expecting to see right now is as long as it's moving towards the object that is going to grapple, it should be a straight line, and then it should stop because it does not update. What? I have no idea why it is doing this. Why is it doing this? Why? Why you do this? See, it's actually not updating the line. That is weird because that it should do. I turn this off. Float distance laser line. Random segments, line points. Or does this only work? No. Set position line points. Does set position not also remove all line points? Does it ever update? That's what I'd like to know. Because like right now it's 2, now it becomes 11. No, it's 9. Oh no, so it does. No, it's 10. Hey, why can't I destroy this crate anymore? Woo. That was 6. Was I too close? That's weird. That's 10, so it actually does update the lines. But it is weird. No, I don't think this is the way to do this. No, let me scrap that. Starting point. So it follows the claw. Oh wait, it didn't need to be the end position. Let me try. Let me get back really quick. Let's say every time we use the end position, we actually use the claw transform dot local position, because it does not need to go towards the end point, of course. It needs to go towards the claw. Duh. Let's see if that changes anything. Abdo asks if I use assemblies. No, it's all just in one giant namespace, that is, right? This is separate assemblies. Alright, so this is really weird. Oh wait, it actually gives an error. Index out of bound. Oh. No, but I create a new... I'm guessing what happens is at the start. Let me check that real quick, because I think at the start laser segments is 0, because of course the distance between the start of the cable and the claw is 0. Let me check that real quick. Oh, let's just print out laser segments. I wouldn't be surprised. also be -1. Oh. Yeah, so it is 0 actually at the start, and then it gives it an out of bounds array because it cannot ever be 0. I could just have it always. Let's say for now, let's skip this and let's say. And let's say it's just always. I could do that at the top, but let's say it always has 5 segments. For the distance. Oh wait, let's do it like this. We do it like this. Distance is 5f. No, that's not correct. No, this. What am I doing? This doesn't make sense. This needs to be 5, and this does not need to be distance, but it needs to be float. Vertex distance is. How much do I want them to be apart? Because that's what it adds to the things. Oh no, and I do need the distance. Oh wait, I just need the distance. All right, Lex. It's getting late, guys. The bugs keeps getting worse before you solve it. Yes, that is definitely true. All right, so now the distance is still the distance between the claw. It always has 5 segments, and what I do is I make 2 new vector arrays. I hope it works. If it works, I'll be happy. No, why not? This is terrible. But the error is gone, so that's good. Let's see what happens. No, grapple hook. So it is always 5 segments. That is really good. I do believe that the problem is this right here. Because it actually only on the x-axis. I need to calculate the vector towards, because it now basically is when it's 2 points, it's in between. Yeah, so I need to calculate the vector towards the line itself and add that to that as well. That is going to be a little bit too much for me on my evening brain tonight. So what I will do is I will comment this out. Comment this back in. And marvel at the work that we have been doing tonight. That is working. I do want to leave it in like a working state, but I'm going to round up the stream pretty soon. Oh yeah, okay, so now this is working again. So we fixed a couple of things, made it so much better. Oh yeah, so that is a problem. So that's a thing that I thought was going to happen with the spherecast as well. But perhaps I don't know if you noticed. Let's see if I can do that again. So I was kind of close to the wall. Yeah. So it actually snapped to the bullet. So that is something... Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, so if you're... Yeah, so like this... Yeah. So the spherecast is actually missing the enemy. And grabbing, so perhaps 5 is a bit too big? I'm not really sure. I think I just need to tweak that a bit and play with that. But it is working so much better than it was at the beginning. I'm not really sure about the Doc Ock hook at the end though. Ah! And I do find it really annoying that I keep grappling the bullets. That's the final thing that I'm going to fix, and then I'm going to round up the stream. And then you would always see that doing that, it's going to take 12 hours. Alright, because the bullets, they are projectiles. Oh, I do have some errors. Where are they? Oh, that's okay. Projectiles. Small missile, I guess. No, it's not. Definitely not the missile. Oh, it's called a soul bullet or something like that. I actually got those from the VFX pack that I bought, which is it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Bullets. Soul bullet. Oh, it's standard soul bullet. Is it this one? Yeah, so that is on the projectile layer. Oh, I could just also ignore 14, right? Spherecast all, Lucas says. Wait. Spherecast? Spherecast all, what does that do? It's basically the same. Oh, that returns an array. All right. Next length of the sweep. So, cast a sphere against all colliders in the scene, returns detailed information of the hit. So you would say that the first thing it would hit would be the first in the array. So in the situation that we just had with the wall and the enemy would be first in the array. But then why would it prioritize the wall over the enemy? But I'll try this later. But basically, let's fix the projectile thing first. This is something I dislike about how Unity does its new prefab thing. Now I have to do it all again. This bullet. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay, so it's a projectile. So I also want to ignore. Does this then ignore layer 14 as well? Is that how it works? I have no idea. I'm just making this up. I'm just making this up as we go. Projectile was layer 14, right? Yeah. Some things are like magic to me. Alright, so that still works. That also still seems to work. Shoot me! Did I actually ignore the projectiles layer? No, sorry. Shoot me. It did go through, but why didn't I hit? Oh, it went straight through the bullet. Are those different bullets? What happened? Oh, perhaps it was too close. No, it's still... Oh, wait, those are different bullets, I guess. Are those not on the projectile layer? Those are the... No. No, those are these. Is everything in the projectile layer? Wait, let me check. Everything is in the projectile layer. So it should be good. Wait. No, there's still something there in those projectiles that I keep hitting. That is weird. Where's the burst bot? Because these bullets I seem to be... No, I also still am hitting those bullets. So I'm not... So this... who helped me with this previously? How to ignore multiple layer masks. Really, how to ignore multiple layers. Yeah. Wow. What does this mean? All right, let's try that. Let's try it like this. This is just plain trial and error. I think I still hit the bullet. At some point it seems to hit it, and then it seems to not hit it. Whoa. Now it went straight through. Something weird is going on. See, now it definitely went towards the... Which I do actually find weird, because why? Thinking about it right now. Oh. So what I could also do... So I do check if something is grabbable right now. But that would mean that I couldn't grapple the walls anymore. I could actually try that. This is actually not working. So I'm not really sure what this guy... Oh, wait. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. I do have to reverse this whole thing, not just the first one, of course. Because now you can grapple everything, so it also clings to walls and stuff like that. I could take that out, that if something is grabbable. Right, that looked promising. Yes, that actually works. All right. Let's test it out with the other projectile. Yes. So now when I'm near a bullet, it doesn't grab a bullet. Awesome. All right, everyone. I'm going to call it there for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching, for being here with me today on finally a good stream after yesterday's technical problems, but those seem to be solved right now. And that means that, well, if you all enjoyed this, I will do this more often. Just work on the game with you all watching and you all helping me. Oh, thank you all so much for your help. Again, thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next one.